All right. Evidently, I'm going live. It says I'm live. And here I am in Nashville, Tennessee, and I have my bamboo blinds behind me. As you can see, yeah, there. That's nice. That's nice. It's a little late tonight, but I am committed. Hello to day 49. Um, 49 days until Ironman Louisville, and I am, of course, doing that. I am Mike, the co-host of the Crushing Iron podcast, along with Coach Robbie, and kind of getting in the thick of it. I mean, it's less than 50 days. That's about a month and 2 weeks. Is that right? 30, 50, a month and 3 weeks. But so after yesterday's grinding 4-hour ride on Natchez Trace, today I rebounded with a 45-minute easy run this morning. And that was part one of my split run. And frankly, I think I did that about 11 o'clock, and it was super hot. I mean, it has gotten hot quickly here. It was nice for a few days, and then it really got hot. And so that was an easy run, zone 1 to 2, 50 minutes. I think it was about 4.5 miles, something like. Wait a minute, 45-minute run. So it's 4.5 miles. Um, and it felt pretty good, but I was still a little bit gassed from that thing. So I got done at noon, and we're supposed to do these split runs at least 6 hours apart, I believe. So I was looking at 6 o'clock, and it had cooled down a little bit, but it was still super humid. And so I always try to gauge where I'm at. I don't force any workouts. I mean, I try to do them, and I respect them that they're on the schedule, but I'm thinking, okay, if this feels like it's really, really taken me down after that bike ride yesterday and a double run today, the second run was an hour and 30 minutes. So really what I did, and then, okay, so it was 30-minute warm up and then 30-minute kind of go into zone 3 and then maybe end up towards zone 4 at the end for 35 minutes and then cool down for 25 minutes. And what I was thinking going in was like, okay, well, maybe I'll warm up for 20 minutes and do 20 minutes of that harder run and then cool down to make an hour. But as I got going there, it started feeling pretty good, and I've been doing that 10-17 run, and I've been running slow a lot. So I guess, I got a pretty solid month just to do some speed work. And now that I feel like my body and my legs are a little bit stronger. What's going on, Earl? And so I'm kind of leaning towards, even the warm up today, I was, but that's the other thing. It's hot, it's humid, your legs are fatigued, all this stuff's going on. So he always puts things down in terms of effort. And of course, I don't do heart rate, I don't do power meters, I don't do all that stuff. So I just really try to focus in on my body and my effort levels. And as I'm out there, the half, I was kind of in my head going, okay, what's half marathon effort? And my half marathon, I mean, honestly, right about now, my open half marathon pace would be about, I don't know. I did an Olympics, maybe like 8:15, and that's what I would think in my head. It would be not comfortable, but it's something that I feel comfortable predicting. And that's kind of, I don't want to say I was in that zone. I was kind of, used to this 10-minute pace thing, slowing it down, kind of working my chassis, as coach likes to talk about, and just, building up for the grind and the endurance necessary to finish that Ironman run. And, like the whole time I was playing around with these, like, okay, how can I make this feel easier? How can I make this feel easier? But they go faster, go faster. There's just such a science in that running, as Steve Magnus knows, because he has a website called The Science of Running, the blog. But there's just so many nuances, when you break it down. Everybody talks about all the technique involved with swimming. I think running technique kind of gets overlooked a lot. The idea of relaxing and, and I don't know, man, I can't even explain it. That's the thing. You get in these sort of pockets where this feels like, okay, I could keep this up for a long ass time. And then you, of course, start, picking up speed. And then next thing you know, you're kind of like, the wheels are wobbling a little bit and you kind of lose your cool and your calm. And then you start stiffening up, and then the faster. So to me, running is such a big, the thing with it is like being able to relax and like trust the fact that you can go faster. Jamie, you had the same workout, still wired from the 1:30, which explains why you're watching me tonight at 11 Eastern. Exactly. I think I might be a little wired too. Hopefully you had a good workout, Jamie. It was really the first one I've done like that this year. And I was really determined to do it because it turned out to be, what is that? 2 hours and 15 minutes of running today. Which makes me feel pretty good. I think it was around 14 miles. Is that where you're at? Ish. I don't know necessarily if I'm going to be running more further than that this year before the race. I'm not worried about running a 20 miler or something like that. I think maybe if in a couple weeks I'll be ready to do an hour with an hour 45 or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. 14 miles for Jamie. Good job, man. Feels good. I feel like that's a good, especially after you probably had a big hard ride yesterday too, right? And I had a big swim on Friday, so it was Friday big swim, Saturday big ride, and today was a pretty good run over 2 hours worth of running. And as I was saying last night, it's that accumulated fatigue. All I kept thinking about was like, okay, it's going to be cooler, most likely in Louisville when I'm on this run. I mean, it was, I don't know, 88 degrees today, and hot and sunny and humid. So it's going to be cooler on the course. I'm going to be more recovered. I'm going to be tapered. I'm going to be stronger. With a good solid month of workouts left, and so there's no real reason to push that. I actually went 125, and I'm okay with that. That's how it worked out, and I didn't want to run around the block and shit because I was thinking, well, I'm cooled down and I'll just do some rolling or whatever. It's no big deal. I feel like these double days and these 3 pretty heavy loads back to back to back really, do their purpose. And I could tell, like, that's the thing, man. When you get tired like this, I could tell I was on the, I wasn't sore, but I could feel some things starting to tweak up a little bit, and like my hip and, my Achilles. And it wasn't like a problem, but I could see, like, it's one of those things where I could feel almost like if I would have went another mile and tried something stupid, it could have been a problem. So I was just like, all right, I'm going to walk out. I'm going to chill, and I'm going to, get in a cold shower and relax. So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And I believe in that. I just believe in the taking care of your body, although I'm not perfect at that by any means, because I eat like shit, and I'm trying to really correct that. And I'm talking about, eating low inflammatory foods and things of that nature, and getting my juice on again. It's just so I don't ache. You get older, you start aching. And I think a lot of that I could go into hydration for years, because I think water and the combination of sodium and water is like everything. And I think we're all dehydrated. I think we all flirt on that edge, especially in Ironman training, because you just can't keep up with it. It's hard to keep up with in normal life, and then you start adding these extreme workouts to it. So just relax and drink your water. But you have to drink it with like too much water by itself is dangerous sometimes, and you need sodium and iodine. There's that's what electrolyte formulas, I guess, do, but not too much sugar, not too much salt. I don't know. It's all a jumbled mess to me. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm back in the pool for an easy recovery swim. And then I guess Tuesday I have a easy recovery ride. So I will not be taking days off, but I will be taking them very easy. Add noon to water every day. Good job. Good job, Lise. Yeah, I actually did some noon tonight. I like noon. I'm not, I got to look into what it even is. I mean, I know what it is, but does it have iodine in it? And it's basically just sodium, or what is it? Electrolyte with no calories, right? Anyway, I pounded a water bottle full of it. And yeah, stuff like that. I mean, when I got back tonight, I was absolutely drenched. And I know you guys are that, you feel the same thing, but can you imagine how much water that is? How much sodium and water and everything we're sweating out, and to replenish that is not a joke, not something we should be screwing around with. Over time, our bodies dehydrate slowly but surely. The cells deplete. Correct on the electrolytes. Yeah, I mean the body is a incredibly smart machine, right? Have the same workouts the next 2 days. This plays into my master plan to draft me and you're going to draft me in Louisville. That's right. I told you that's a bad idea, especially in the water. So what was I saying about the water? So like you say, you're dehydrated chronically, which I think probably, I'm just going to guess 50% of America is. It's probably higher than that. Because of all the caffeine and sugar and everything else we drink. Those are, well, at least caffeine is a diuretic. And when your body gets dehydrated, it starts rationing and it starts pulling, it saves water for the brain, it saves water for the heart, saves water for important organs and things like that. But then, it's like, we don't have enough water for you down there, your knee. So your knee starts getting a little bit wanky, and it's or your cells around the knees or different sorts of weird things go on. That's just my theory, but I've read a lot on it, but I believe it, man. It's like if you don't have enough like hydration in your body, different parts of the body are going to suffer. Because it's always going to protect the brain and the heart and the key organs first. And then cells throughout the rest of the body are going to be arthritic. Am I sitting here saying that potentially arthritis has a lot to do with dehydration? I don't know. Maybe I am. But it's food for thought, or it's water for thought. And anyway, so another 14 minutes. It's 10:16. Jamie's wired. Lisa's pounding noon. Earl's over there just kind of checking things out. And I'm sitting here in front of bamboo. We got a podcast in the morning, and it's going to be an unbelievable one. That's just my prediction. I have no idea what we're going to talk about yet, but it should be solid, and it will be there, just like 192 or so have been. over the last 2 years. The Crushing Iron podcast, crushingiron.com. Oh, we're talking about nutrition, says Lisa. Okay. Or is that a suggestion? Oh yeah, we had talked about. Okay, we kind of went into that last time. We were saying we're kind of getting into that Lionel Sanders thing, and the problem is I don't know anything about nutrition. I can only wing it, but maybe Robbie knows a little bit more. I have my ideas, as you can see, but anyway, let's. I guess this is day 49. Anybody nervous about upcoming races? 49 days isn't that long to go. I'm not even into my big blocks yet, and I'm kind of starting to be like, oh man. So I would imagine we've got some Jamie. I bet we've got some Saturday, Sunday bike combos coming up, and you know what those do to the old undercarriage, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Maddie's I don't know where Maddie is, right? Bring her in for the night, but are you around here, Maddie? I don't know where she's at. Did a lot of yard work as well today, so it's been a outside sweating kind of day, running, whatever. But thanks for checking in, you guys. I'm at crushingiron@gmail.com. And our podcast will come out every Monday and Thursday, Crushing Iron Podcast. We have crushingiron.com. And until tomorrow, which will be day 48, which will be one day closer to Ironman Louisville. And I'll let you know how I feel about that swim. So have a good night. Get some sleep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try. See ya.